Hello everyone, Evil Scar 23 coming back at you once again with another X-Men Marvel related video for you. That's right folks, and obviously as you can tell based off the title, obviously today actually I believe last night or yeah, probably sometime today, we finally got our casting revealed as far as who will be playing the younger versions of the following characters: Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Storm. Now, they will be appearing in X-Men Apocalypse, which is scheduled to be released next year, and honestly, I'm excited to see that film. I can't wait to see it. Again, I mean, X-Men Apocalypse, from what I've been hearing, is going to be, it's going to change the franchise, so it's a big change from what I've been hearing, so we'll see what happens. I mean, Days of Future Past was so awesome, so I can't imagine this would be anything less. Nevertheless, we have the casting. That's right. We have two actresses and an actor who will play these each individual characters. Let's start off first with the character of Storm. That's right. She will be played. The younger version of this character will be played by Alexandra Shipp. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Alexandra Shipp. She will be playing the character. She's done a couple of things before. I mean, she's not really that old of an actress. I mean, she's only been there for what, a few years. She's been in film. She's been in the Alvin and Chipmunks movie, if you haven't seen it. And I think she was in some TV films. I forgot the name of them. But nevertheless, my thoughts. I mean, I think. I mean, again, I don't really know this actress all that well, so I cannot really guess as to whether or not she will pull off the role. But I mean, obviously, if she was chosen for the role, then obviously, you know, I mean, as far as their choice of actors and actresses for the characters, I mean, the X-Men films have never really steered me wrong, except with probably the exception of X-Men Origins Wolverine. You know, well, maybe. Well, actually, you know what? Not even that. You know, I'm just saying they never steered me wrong. But my thoughts. I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, if the producers and the director feel she is the right person for that role, then I am 100% behind it. And I think she will. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do, seeing as how this movie does take place in the past. So it would be interesting to see these characters that we know and love from the comics and from the first few X-Men films, and seeing them in their younger self, you know, and seeing them at a different time. So it'll be interesting. Overall, I'm happy with it so far. The next one on the list I'm going to go with is the actor. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing his name. I believe it is Ty Sheridan. I'm sorry. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But if I'm pronouncing that wrong, feel free to let me know. He will be playing Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, a younger version of Cyclops. And and these people, man. I mean, God, they're so young. I mean, I didn't think they were going to go this young. I mean, granted, these kids are probably like within the age of 18 to 20, somewhere around there. So I guess, yeah, in their teens. I thought they were going to go like much younger, like little kids, but they're going for obviously for teens. So I mean, I get that. So it would be interesting to see what they do. I think this kid personally, I mean, again, much like the previous one, I don't really know him that well. I do believe he was in a film called Mud, which he won a couple of awards for. So I would imagine this kid already has chops. I mean, he can perform, he can be an actor, he can bring it all to the table, bring himself to the role. So I look forward to seeing his representation of a much younger Cyclops. So it'll be interesting, and let's see what happens. Let's see, the third and final piece of the Trinity, I guess, if you will, is, of course, the lovely and beautiful Jean Grey. She will be portrayed by by an actress by the name of Sophie Turner. Yeah. Now, Sophie Turner, I'm pretty sure a lot of you might recognize from the show Game of Thrones. I'm pretty sure. She plays some character, I think Sansa Stark or something like that. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. That's probably her most well-known role. She is in Game of Thrones, So for anybody who's a Game of Thrones fan that, also loves X-Men films, I guess this is a kind of a day to celebrate, I guess. But nevertheless, I mean, again, this actress, once again, hasn't really done that much with the exception of Game of Thrones and a couple of films. But other than that, again, all these all these actors and actresses are very young, and again, they're probably they're either just starting or very early on in their career. So I think it would be nice to have a comic book movie added to their list of films that they have accomplished, their projects that they have worked on. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what they accomplish and what they bring to themselves into the role, and if they lose themselves within the role, each of the individual role. Personally, this actress, as far as playing a young Jean Grey, I'm assuming, yeah, she can pull it off. Sure. I mean, based on what I've seen in Game of Thrones, she can act. So I'd say yes. And with that being said, folks, that wraps up my little video of the little 3 castings that we got. Overall, people, I'm happy about this casting. I think it works. I mean, again, they're trying to go for a much younger version of these characters, and to be fair, it kind of makes sense because I mean, this film, I believe, will change the franchise, and I'm pretty sure they want to have new people to play those individual characters. I mean, personally, I really do not care for younger versions of comic book characters. Personally, I mean, it really depends on it. It depends on the characters. In this case, I'd much rather prefer seeing them in their prime. Seeing them the way I have seen them. Like in the first 3 X-Men films. I mean, that's how I prefer to see the characters. When they're adults in their prime and they can, do what they can. I mean, that not really much goes on when they're younger. Well, for some comic book characters. So, but nevertheless, that aside, I'm happy with this casting. I mean, again, I really was contemplating whether or not I was going to do a video on this. I mean, I really, it's whatever. But now, I figured, why not? I'm happy. So, X-Men Apocalypse, I cannot wait to see more. Again, the movie comes out in 2016, still a year out, a little more than a year out. Cannot wait to see it, and we'll see what happens when X-Men Apocalypse. But with that being said, folks, thanks everybody for tuning in. I want you to leave your thoughts and comments right down below and tell me what you think. Are you happy with these actors and actresses chosen for these particular roles? Do you disagree? Who would you have chosen for a young version of Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Storm? What are your overall hopes and predictions for X-Men Apocalypse? What's your favorite X-Men character or member? Anything of the sort, leave your thoughts and comments below. And definitely subscribe if you have not done so already, if you like these videos and you definitely want to see more, because there will be more in the future. And definitely give this video a like, and I will be back with some more comic book related news, Marvel and DC alike. So stay tuned for that stuff, but that is going to be it for now. And as always, this is EvilScar23 signing off. So until next time, good people, see ya. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. See ya.